I want to talk to you about the best personal loans for fair credit from banks, online lenders, and credit unions. I mean, all kinds of financial institutions, okay? So let me talk to you about the best loans. So first of all, I want to introduce you to First Tech. So when it comes to having the best personal loans for fair credit, First Tech is really, really great. And the cool thing about First Tech is that you have a loan amount that goes up from $500 to $50,000. So from a flexibility point of view, this is really great. 500 to 50 grand, and you have the possibility to actually have a pretty low APR. So you're looking at 8%, 9% on the lower end to 18% on the higher end, which is still lower than some other lenders. So 8% to 18%. And when you think about minimum credit score with First Tech, they'll take a look at your application if you have a FICO score minimum of 575. And First Tech wants you to be a member for 1 month before you can qualify for a personal loan. By the way, with First Tech, the good thing is that there is no geo restriction issue, okay? You can qualify no matter where you are at, and no matter what kind of company you work for, or no matter who you are related to family-wise. So federal credit unions actually are worth considering for borrowers with fair credit or bad credit because they are required to cap interest at 18%. So while you may receive an APR as high as 36% with another lender, First Tech's maximum rate is half that amount. So that's really good. So to actually get a loan from to get a personal loan for a fair credit from First Tech Federal Credit Union, you need to become a member. And to become a member, you can join the Financial Fitness Association. This will cost you $8 per year. You can join the Computer History Museum, $15 per year. You can work for one of close to 1,000 partner companies, or you can live or work in Lane County, Oregon. So if you don't live in Oregon, you have to actually pay the membership fee at that charity. Okay. But the good thing is that with First Tech, you have a 45-day grace period before the first payment. You have an optional debt program plan available, and you also have co-sign and joint loans available. So that's pretty good. But on the flip side, there is no auto pay discount. So if you're looking for a discount with auto pay, you're not having that with First Tech. If you are looking for the best personal loans for fair credit from banks, credit unions, and online lenders, I want you to think about Upgrade. And Upgrade is kind of cool for debt consolidation this year. And Upgrade actually will give you a maximum loan amount of $50,000, minimum loan amount $1,000. But Upgrade is kind of cool because it has a lower minimum credit score. Upgrade will look at your application if you have a 550. If you have a 550 credit score minimum, 550, okay? APR range 10% all the way to 36%. Can you imagine where First Tech was giving you a maximum APR of 18%? Upgrade is giving you 36%, okay? So if you are looking for the best debt consolidation loan, Upgrade actually streamlines the process by using your loan funds to repay your creditors on your behalf. But you can also use the loan for anything else though. If you're looking for the best personal loans for fair credit, Upgrade can really work with you. You don't have to apply for a debt consolidation loan if you don't want that. And you will even receive a rate discount for enrolling in direct credit repayment and another discount for enrolling in autopay. So Upgrade is giving you autopay discount, something that First Tech is not giving you. So to qualify for a lower rate, you can opt to use your vehicle as collateral to back your loan. So that you can collateralize the loan, okay? To qualify, your car must be less than 20 years old, registered in your state, and paid off entirely. So applying for a secure loan can help you access lower rates if your fair credit makes it very difficult to qualify. So, and the cool thing is that Upgrade accepts credit scores as low as 550 to 580 and joint applications with a co-borrower, but watch out for its origination fee, which can be anywhere from 2% all the way to 10% of your loan amount, okay? Also, the maximum APR kind of high. But long story short, the good thing is when you think about Upgrade, think about rate discounts for autopay, secured loans, and direct creditor payments. Joint loans are available. Next day funding is available also, but watch out for the high origination fee. Potentially 10%. That's pretty high. 10%, that's really high. If you're looking for the best personal loans for fair credit from credit union, banks, and online lenders, I want you to consider Patelco Credit Union, and a very wonderful institution, by the way, and very generous too. Can you imagine? They're giving you a maximum loan amount of $100,000. So you're looking at $100,000 minimum credit score 600, 575 to 600. Okay, and Patelco Credit Union has a unique level up program that rewards borrowers for on-time payments. So for each year of timely payments, your rate can be reduced by 0.5 percentage point up to a maximum of 1.5 percentage points. This rate reduction program will not change your monthly payment, but it can help you repay your loan faster and save on interest. Plus, those on-time payments will boost your credit scores, making it easier to qualify for financing in the future. So that's pretty good, okay? And when you think about Patelco, think about a very generous lender. I said this before, but I want to reiterate it. You're looking at $300 all the way to $100,000. So if you're looking for a small personal loan, you can repay the funds over a term as short as 6 months, okay? 6 months all the way to 10 years, by the way. So like all credit unions, you'll need to become a member to borrow a personal loan from Patelco. And membership is open to borrowers who join the Financial Fitness Association for $8 per year. Patelco will pay for you for your first year, but the subsequent years you have to pay for it yourself. And you have to be either that or you are a California resident who live, work, worship, or attend school in the San Francisco area. But the good thing is that the APRs are capped at 18%, no origination fee. And basically, Patelco offers rate discounts for on-time payments, co-sign and joint loans are available. Hardship assistance is actually available. So that's really good, okay? On the flip side, Patelco requires credit union membership. There is no auto-pay discount. So if you are a borrower who wants to be rewarded for responsibly repaying your loan, Patelco could be a great lender to consider this year, especially if you already qualify for membership and you want to have a long-term relationship with them on the banking side. If you're looking for the best personal loans for a fair credit from credit union, banks, and online lenders, I want you to think about PenFed Credit Union. PenFed is a pretty good institution that we love here, okay? And the cool thing about PenFed is that they're open to anybody. PenFed used to be affiliated with the military. Like back in the days, they require that you be connected with the military. But nowadays, everybody is qualified. It doesn't matter where you live at. Doesn't matter what kind of work you do. It doesn't matter who you're related to. You can qualify for membership. And the minimum credit score with PenFed is 500. Okay, the APR range goes from 8% to 18%. It is a credit union, so they are capped. They have to cap their APR at 18%. Loan amounts go from $600 to $50,000, and this is really good. And one thing I want to say here is that PenFed actually will work with you if you are able to if you want to have a long-term relationship. So all you need to become a PenFed Credit Union member to qualify actually is $5. You can join by depositing $5 into a PenFed savings account. That's it. No need to live anywhere. No need to actually work for anybody. Okay. There are no origination fees. PenFed does allow joint loans, so that's really good. And you also have APRs capped at 18%. On the flip side, if you consider a PenFed for your best personal loans for fair credit this year, remember that there is no auto-pay discount. You have the funding may take 2 or more business days. So PenFed is not really known for a fast loan release, and also credit union membership is required. Okay, but good thing is that like all the other federal credit unions in today's list, the PenFed's rates are capped at 18% by the National Credit Union Administration. So even with fair credit, you will not pay more than 18%. That's really good, especially if you're really worried about how much you're paying for interest in general. Okay, and also PenFed has a great customer service model that really takes care of members' concerns real fast. So that's really good and really professional. If you are looking for the best personal loans for fair credit from banks, credit unions, and online lenders, I want you to think about Alliant Credit Union. Alliant is a pretty great institution. Why? Because Alliant actually will qualify you no matter where you are at. That's number one. Number two, Alliant will give you a loan amount that goes from $1,000 all the way to $100,000. So we are looking at 106 digits. Okay, fantastic. So Alliant Credit Union boasts same-day approval decisions and funding in many cases. So if you want to have your cash real fast, Alliant can be a great candidate. Okay, funds will be deposited into an Alliant savings account, but the process may take a few business days if you want to transfer those funds to another institution. Okay, that's one of those things where you have to really understand. Alliant wants to keep the cash in within its parameter. Although Alliant is typically very speedy with loan decisions and funding, the lender indicates that processing timelines are currently delayed due to a high volume of applications. Okay, but Alliant doesn't disclose its top end APR, so you have to get pre-qualified to get an idea of the rate you might pay. One thing for sure, the rate is not going to be above 18% because of the NCUA sort of a cap. Okay, and so one thing I want to say here is that while many lenders offer a discount for enrolling in autopay, Alliant discounts is larger than the average 0.4 percentage point. Can you imagine? PenFed has no autopay discount. Patelco has no autopay discount. First Tech has no autopay discount, but Alliant does have one. Okay, 0.4%. No, 0.4 percentage points. That's good. So you can become an Alliant Credit Union member in several ways. You can join the Alliant Credit Union Foundation. Alliant will pay the one-time $5 fee for you. There is no yearly sort of membership fee, and you could also work for one of Alliant's partner companies, or you can live or work in the Chicago area. So this is kind of cool. So when you think about Alliant, think about a lender with no origination fee, same-day approval and funding possible, co-sign and joint loans available. You have an optional debt protection plan available, okay, and you also have a very generous autopay discount. So that's really fantastic. If you're looking for the best personal loans for a fair credit from banks, credit unions, and online lenders, I want you to think about Upstart. Not Upgrade, Upstart. Upstart is an online lender, by the way. So Upstart is great for bad credit. So minimum credit score. Sorry about that. Minimum credit score here is a 300. Okay. So if you have no credit or bad credit, you can qualify for an Upstart personal loan. Not a problem. And the APR range goes from 8% to 36%. Loan amounts go from $1,000 to $50,000. That's really good. So if by any chance your credit score is on the low end of the fair credit range, let's say 580 to 669, you may only qualify with some of the lenders on this list if you have a co-applicant. If you don't have a co-signer or co-borrower, you might consider Upstart. Okay, and it accepts credit score as low as 300 and may even approve applicants who don't have enough credit history to generate a score. This is because Upstart uses artificial intelligence to predict your borrowing risk. It also considers factors beyond your credit scores like education and employment status. Upstart claims this model allows them to approve 44% more applicants and offer 36% lower rates than traditional underwriting. So although it's one of those things where Upstart is pretty technologically advanced in terms of how they underwrite the loans. So and Upstart is not a credit union, so you don't have to be a member of anything to qualify. But if you want to qualify for a personal loan, you must be at least 18 years old. So that's the minimum that you have to be. You also must have a U.S. bank account. You must be employed, have an accepted job offer to start within 6 months, or have a verifiable source of income. You must have a debt to income ratio below 50%, a DTI, or below 45% in Connecticut, Maryland, New York, or Vermont. And you must have no bankruptcies in the past 12 months and no current delinquent accounts. So something to really think about in terms of delinquencies. The good thing is that basically Upstart actually considers factors beyond credit scores, and next day funding is possible. You also have transparent eligibility criteria. If you're looking for the best personal loans for a fair credit from credit unions, banks, and online lenders, I want you to think about Discover. And Discover is pretty well known when it comes to credit cards, but also this is a big player when it comes to personal loans. With Discover, you want to look at a personal credit score minimum of 600, APRs that go from 80 APR that go from 8% all the way to 25%. Loan amounts go from $2,500 to $40,000. Okay, so Discover is known for its exceptional customer service, ranking second in JD Power's survey of consumer lending satisfaction this year. It also topped CNN Underscored Money's list of the best personal loans. That's really good. And Discover has a slew of borrower-friendly features. It doesn't charge any origination fees, and if you are consolidating debt, Discover will pay your creditors directly on your behalf. That's really cool. This lender also funds loans within one business day of approval in many cases. Plus, if you encounter financial hardship, Discover offers repayment assistance options, including payment deferral and temporarily reduced payments. So that's really fantastic. Okay, you have a lot of flexibility there. But what I want to insist on the fact that you have hardship assistance options. That's really fantastic. But on the flip side, Discover doesn't accept co-signers or co-borrowers, and you can't use the loan funds to pay off Discover credit card. Something to really think about. Next, you have Laurel Road. If you're thinking about the best personal loans for fair credit from online lenders, credit unions, and banks, Laurel Road is a pretty good player. With Laurel Road, you have a minimum loan amount, minimum credit score of 600. Loan that go from $5,000 to $45,000. Okay, that's really good. So if you have fair credit, you might qualify with Laurel Road. Loans doesn't have origination fees. Plus, it offers the industry standard 0.25 percentage point rate discount for enrolling in autopay. So that's really good. But depending on your loan purpose, your maximum borrowing limit may be $35,000 instead of $45,000. You can qualify only for the larger amount if you can prove that you are using funds for debt consolidation, a major purchase, or a home improvement. And most lenders prohibit you from putting personal loan funds towards your small business, but Laurel Road allows this loan use through its loan program. Although, again, your loan will be capped at $35,000. So something to really think about. But again, with Laurel Road, there are no origination fees, so that's really fantastic. Let me give you a few observations here. I just shared with you the top 8 best personal loans for a fair credit. Okay, First Tech, Upgrade, Patelco, PenFed, Alliant, Upstart, Discover, and Laurel Road. So if you want to compare personal loans for fair credit, it's important to consider APRs, not interest rates. See, because APRs will incorporate things like origination fees, or if you have some admin fees, some penalties, and so on and so forth. You also want to look at maximum rates. You can see that credit unions were giving you a maximum rate of 18%, whereas Upgrade and Upstart were giving you a maximum rate of 36%, double that. You also want to review eligibility criteria, review also online feedback that people have said about the lender. Get it pre-qualified if possible, and you want to consider the total cost of borrowing. Okay, that's really important. Now, how will a personal credit score affect your credit? How will a personal loan affect your credit score? Well, it will just have to decrease your credit score by a few points. Okay, and but if you want to qualify for a personal loan with fair credit, think about your credit score. Think about your verifiable income. Think about your credit history. That's important. Also, think about your DTI, your debt to income ratio. That's going to play an important role when it comes to you being qualified. Get a co-signer or co-borrower. Back the loan with collateral if possible. You want to improve your credit scores whenever possible. You want to request a smaller loan to actually test the waters, and you want to get pre-qualified with multiple lenders. You know, the soft pull process will help you out. But bottom line here is that you want to go with the institution that really can work with you, whether it is a credit union, an online lender, or let's say a bank. Okay, online lenders are great for borrowers who need fast funding. Credit unions are great for borrowers who want lower interest rates. Banks are great for borrowers with an established banking relationship. If you have a banking account with an institution it's just better to go with that institution because they know you already. They've been working with you, and they have all kinds of possibility, all kinds of options for you. Okay, but throughout the process, don't forget that the first thing when it comes to applying for a personal loan for fair credit or for other types of credit for that matter, you want to gather financial documents. I want you to have, for instance, your tax returns, your financial statements, your also bank account and routing numbers, and your bank statements also. In conclusion, to this conversation, I share with you the best personal loans for fair credit from banks, online lenders, and credit unions. So I give you those best loans, our observations, and now the conclusion. In terms of best loans, you have First Tech, Upgrade, Patelco, PenFed, Alliance, Upstart, Discover, and Laurel Road. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.